A glowing spiral appears in the night sky above Europe, leaving thousands stunned. A veiled woman rings doorbells at midnight, then vanishes without a trace. And a young boy disappears during a game of hide and seek, only to reappear hours later with no memory of where he's been. And the world's most famous painting? Some now say she's more than mysterious. She may be immortal. From unexplained lights to ancient secrets rising from the sands of Egypt, this week's headlines aren't just bizarre. They're rewriting the boundaries of belief. And tonight, special guest Mike Ricksecker joins us to unpack one of the most thrilling archaeological revelations of the decade. This is the news you won't hear anywhere else. The stories are real. The drinks are too. And we all know words is hard, so buckle up, my loving little darklings. I'm Dave Schrader, and you've entered my realm. This is the Paranormal 60 News. Good evening, my little darklings, and thank you so much for joining me. I have to make a quick announcement. We have a brand new sponsor for the program, and there are very few products out there that elicit the kind of excitement from me that I actually go out and try to get them to become a sponsor. But because I actually use and love some of the products, that's when I make that extra step. Many great companies come to work with us, and I fall in love with their products as soon as they start working with me, and I get to try them for myself. But I have a brand new product I wanted to talk to you about. We talk about a lot of scary things on this show. But one thing we don't talk about openly, the one door that's still kept closed to us, is the terror of bad breath. Oh, we've all had to deal with it. And I can tell from the green room with Greg and Sweet Tea nodding their head, they've had to deal with it too. From me. I'm human. It happens. But I found something to help you out. Really, those dime store, mints and gums suck, right? You get a couple pulls off them, feels fresh and refreshed for about 5-10 minutes, gone. Well, you guys got to try Zellman's Minty Mouth. Zellman's is something unlike anything else you've ever tried. It's really cool. You pop them out. They come in 3 little capsules. And what I like about it, it's very small and it fits right into that little hip pocket. So it's not in your pocket. It's not making some gross, weird bulge down in your pants. It's right in your hip pocket where you can always keep it. What you do is you just take the 3 little pills. Let me see if I can get them in camera here. Not pills, but you'll understand in a minute. And the minute you put them in your mouth, it's amazing, fresh. It's great. It's a great mint. Imagine the best refreshing mint you've ever had times 10. And then they've got something different with this that nobody else can offer. Once the candy coating is off, what's revealed are 3 little gel caplets. These are gluten-free. You just swallow them down. They're filled with oils, and it actually goes to the root of most bad breath problems, which starts in your tummy. So when you swallow it down, it goes to work and works on your breath for the next 3 to 4 hours. A couple hours later, you're ready to keep going. Zellman's. Now, we have a really great deal for people when you go try it out. Go to Zellmans.com, ZELMINS.com/P60. You're going to save 15% off your very first order. Go check it out. Try it. You get a money back guarantee. That's how sure that you're going to like this product. I love it. You're going to love it. Go try it out. All right, let's get going. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We have a special guest joining us, a special news correspondent. The one, the only Mr. Mike Ricksecker will be here a little bit in the program. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, the one, the only, the paranormal detective, Greg Lawson. Good evening, Greg.
Hey, old buddy. It sure is good to be here.
Well, it's good to have you. Thanks a lot for stopping in this evening. What you drinking?
Well, that's kind of interesting. Dave, I've traveled the world.
Yes.
And I've been to Thailand several times. And this is a product of Thailand. It's young, fresh, coconut. Yeah.
What?
Oh, I know, right? So you got to pull the straw off. Got to get the straw off, right? That's what it looks like.
I think I've had one of those. Does it come with like a little box with some salami and cheese and crackers? Is this a grown-up lunch pack that you've got?
No.
Oh.
No, it's a drink for tonight.
Okay.
And then
is it an alcoholic beverage?
You got to make it an alcoholic beverage, right? You got to pull the freaking little thing like this, like a grenade. Boom.
Okay.
Right?
Then what happens?
Then you push this plunger down in it. Now, I don't know what's going to happen.
This sounds a lot. Did you buy this from Acme? Did your friend Wile E. Coyote tell you to order this? It's not going to end well, Greg.
So yeah, it goes in there like that.
Real easy.
Yeah. And then you take your little handy dandy straw that they send with you. I just folded in half and broke. And you put it down in the little thing.
Yeah.
But you gotta kind of jam it in there.
This is going live TV. This is going well for you, Greg.
Yeah, I'm getting nothing but air, Dave.
Nothing.
Yeah. Come back to me in about 30 minutes. Let's see if I can figure this thing out.
Once you've got to be smarter than the container. That's all I'm going to say. Speaking of smarter than the container, ladies and gentlemen, Sweet Tea is in the house. Good evening, Sweet Tea.
Hi, guys. What's going on? I'm sorry about your coconut, Greg.
Hey, it happens. My prow.
What?
That's coconut in Thai.
Oh. Yeah.
And it's not working in Thai.
Yeah, what's up?
Putting a little rum in here.
Oh, nice. Ooh, is it working now?
Oh yeah.
Look at that face. I love it. Now, Sweet Tea, you are living up to your nickname tonight. This is a new concoction and it's sweet. What have you got?
Listen, I was inspired to make a little thingy with some stuff, some oldie-timey candies, throw it in some Jim Beam for a week, see what happens. And it's delightful. We got some Chicka Stick, some Mary Jane's, some Tootsie Rolls, all in Jim Beam.
Chicka Stick?
Yeah, marinated for a week. It's delightful.
Are you just making up words? Chicka Sticks? What are Chicka Sticks?
They're like, it's like the inside of Butterfinger. It's like the inside of a Butterfinger, but coated in coconut. So, yeah.
Okay. And so you put all those candies in a jar, fill it with Jim Beam.
Yeah.
And then you just let it marinate for a week?
Yeah. I mean, I shook it up a bunch to try and make it not look gross, but that didn't work so great.
Didn't work at all, but it tastes good.
It's so good and
really
thick and foamy, and for some reason I don't it smells kind of weird, but it's delicious.
Wow. Wherever did you get such insightful ideas on how to create new beverages and concoctions?
Some jerk sent me some videos.
That would be me. I'm that jerk. Yeah. You know what I was thinking? I think I'm going to try an experiment. Hear me out. You know how I love my Screwball whiskey?
I do.
What if I took a mason jar of Screwball whiskey, filled it with bit of honey?
Yes. That might be 2 weeks. No, don't put it in the fridge.
No, you just let it marinate on the counter?
It's alcohol. It kills any bacteria.
Does it? Okay.
Yes, that's what alcohol does.
Even peanut butter flavored alcohol?
Yeah.
I'd like to see the science and research on this if I could.
I'll send you some articles.
So you think it's going to take 2 weeks to break down the bit of honey?
Those are thick. Well, maybe not, because the Tootsie Rolls broke down almost immediately. Listen, it's a
they're
good
the quitters. They're the quitters of the cocktail mix your drinks.
Tootsie Rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're not great.
They're known for
they're worse.
Yeah.
And I'd like to welcome our new sponsor, Tootsie Roll, who one and done show. All right, let's get to it. We've got a lot of cool stories to cover, a lot of weird stuff going on in the world around us. Greg, You have the con. Where are we beginning this evening?
Wow, I'm in the middle of doing other stuff, and no, that's
sorry,
fine.
you're not prepared to do the job you're here to do. Whatever.
Well, I just normally you talk for another 45 minutes before.
Would this help? How about if I do this? I'll throw this little graphic up to teach people how to do their Zellmans. You pop 2 or 3 in your mouth, get to the good stuff, and then get instant fresh breath. Okay,
I'm really excited to have a face-to-face conversation with you finally, Dave.
As many people will be.
Well, I tell you what, you bring your Zellmans and I'll chew on a meat stick and we'll meet in the middle.
Oh, you guys can make out.
No.
See what happens. Experiment.
What? It's not college.
Right. All right, Greg, what's our first story?
Hey, man, there's a glowing spiral over Europe. I don't know if y'all have heard about this, but it's it's some sort of weird thing. And could it be a portal to the unknown? I'm not really sure. But it started with a swirl, a glowing electric blue spiral lighting up the night.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The weather just lost its mind outside. I'm not sure what just happened. It was pretty cool, though. Maybe it's a blue swirl out there. But anyway, it was lighting up the night sky in Europe this past Sunday. From the UK to Poland, stunned skywatchers whipped out their phones, capturing the eerie sight as it hovered silently above.
It vacuumed up the sky?
Yeah, the internet exploded with wild theories. Is it a wormhole, a UFO trying to sneak up with a little flare, a sign of something otherworldly? Everybody's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But before the cue, but before we cue the X-Files music,
oh my God.
Man, words is so hard tonight.
We're just getting started, bro.
This young, fresh coconut's got me distracted.
Did it hit you on the head first?
I think so. Yeah, I think something.
He doesn't have amnesia. It's fine.
But anyway, turns out the culprit was, of course, SpaceX and the Falcon 9 rocket launched from Cape Canaveral earlier that day. The mission, NROL 69. Yes, that's really the mission number. Yeah.
Yeah.
The National Reconnaissance Office. So secretive, even the name feels like it's covering something up. Well, kind of the point, right? I think. So how did a rocket launch from Florida create a ghostly spiral above Europe? Well,
I can't wait to hear.
Yeah. After completing its mission, the Falcon 9 went through its routine maneuver, dumping excess fuel. We know what that's like, right?
Yeah.
No.
Huh? Yep. And when the fuel hits frigid upper air in the atmosphere, it freezes instantly. Now picture this: tiny ice crystals spinning from the rocket, catching sunlight as they spread, forming a perfect hypnotic spiral. Science meets spectacle, Dave. That's what's happening here. According to the UK's Met Office, what folks saw was the rocket's frozen exhaust plume spinning in the atmosphere and reflecting sunlight, which gave it that glowing spiral in the sky effect.
Greg, there's no sun in the sky. It's night.
It's weird. Yeah.
We've caught them. They're liars.
I'm telling you. It's weird. If this all sounds familiar, it's because similar spirals have popped up after other SpaceX missions as well.
What kind of missions?
Missions as well. Yeah.
Got it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But no matter how many times it happens, it never fails to make jaws drop and imaginations run wild. And hey, can you blame anyone for thinking maybe it was more than just frozen rocket fuel?
Yes.
Because let's face it, when you look up and see glowing vortex in the sky, logic takes a back seat. Wonder takes the wheel. And sometimes, just sometimes, Dave, we have to ask, what if it wasn't just us?
That's what I'm seeing. This sounds all too put together for me. I am having a hard time believing that that's just gas being ejected into the air. and that a light is obviously it is a portal to another dimension opening to examine our planet and see what in God's green earth we're doing down here.
I mean, fair question, but also,
well, I'm drinking a young fresh coconut, also known as Maprow.
Okay.
Maprow.
So now they know when they're peeking through the old spiral vortex in the sky. Greg's, it looks like you're really enjoying it, Greg.
Jesus. Thanks. It's not as delicious as it sounds when it comes off your lips. Young, fresh coconut.
I don't like any of what you just did there.
Neither do I. I feel very like I need an adult.
I want to take this thing apart and see what's really inside of it. It's like, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Breaking news. Stay tuned because next week, kids, huge news regarding Paranormal Mysteries with Dave Schrader, Cindy Kaza, Shane Pittman, the new series that will be released this fall on Beacon TV. But Monday, you will be among the first to hear about a brand new thing happening. Don't miss it. It's Monday night right here on the Paranormal 60.
I love brand new things.
Yeah, brand new things are great. Unless they're coconut drinks that you have to push a plunger on.
Gross.
They're young, fresh coconut.
Stop it, please. Sweet tea, hit us with your dulcet tones. Where are we going next with our story?
We're going to go to the UK where Michael Sheen sees UFOs. Something's up over Port Talbot. Turns out Michael Sheen isn't just a heavenly presence on screen. He might also have a front row seat to some seriously strange activity in the skies above his hometown. The Welsh actor, best known for Good Omens and Frost Nixon, recently dropped a cosmic confession on the Scarred for Life podcast. And no, it wasn't about working with David Tennant. It was about UFOs. Real ones over Port Talbot. Sheen says he was just a kid around 12 walking home from school when he saw something odd in the sky. He describes it as a phalanx of lights, one in front, two behind, then three more, moving out from behind the mountain and gliding silently over the sea. He stood there, stunned. I wanted to get someone, he said, but I was afraid they'd disappear before I got back. Classic UFO dilemma, right? But that wasn't the end of it.
It's not?
No. Years later, on New Year's Eve, no less, his dad had his own close encounter. He stepped outside expecting fireworks and instead saw mysterious pulsing lights hovering above the town. He assumed it'd be on the news the next day. Guess what? It wasn't. And Sheen insists it's not just him and Dad seeing things. Others in Port Talbot have reported similar encounters. So much so, he flat out says, there's something going on. He might be onto something. Port Talbot has quietly built a rep as a UFO hotspot. Photographer Rue Lewis even put out a book called Port Talbot UFO Investigation Club, chronicling strange sightings and skyward mysteries from the steel town that keeps on giving. So, is Michael Sheen the new poster child for Welsh disclosure? Or maybe, just maybe, there's something in the skies of Port Talbot that wants to be seen. Whatever it is, if angels are watching the skies, it sounds like they've got good company. Back to you, Dave.
Well, since you're bringing up Michael Sheen and David Tennant,
it's time now for Upon Further Review.
Listen, if you guys have not had a chance to see the show Good Omens, oh my God, have you missed an amazing production? BBC, this is great. It's based on Neil Gaiman. I know a lot of people are down on Neil Gaiman, but you got to separate the man from the creation. This series is amazing. It's about an angel and a demon that are stuck here on Earth and their jobs to, upset the balance of nature and keep the balance of nature protected. And they have to come together in their first season. I don't want to give too much away, but they have to work together in order to kind of keep the Earth the way it is. It is such a cleverly written and beautifully acted series. So you've got David Tennant, known as the 10th and 14th Doctor from Doctor Who. You've got Michael Sheen, who has been in just about every other possible weird show out there. And they come together in such a fun way. This show is brilliant. If you haven't had a chance to see it, I think it's on Amazon.com, Amazon Prime. Go check it out for yourself. I would honestly say this series, I would give this a solid 5 phantoms.
Wow.
Out of 5, I assume?
Yeah. 1 out of 5 is no good. 5 out of 5 is this show. That's how much I like Good Omens.
It's pretty great. I have a follow-up question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking every season?
I've liked every season. Yeah, go watch them all.
Asking. I didn't watch the second season yet. I just saw the first one and I loved it.
Lynn and I went to the opener at South by Southwest when they did a big. Sorry, I forgot about that. But Bonsai Warrior did say that Sweet Tea's diarrhea martini looks delicious.
Thanks for interjecting that in the middle of this lovely conversation we're having. So go check out Good Omens. I'm going to give you one other quick little movie review that I stumbled upon last night by accident. And if you guys have not seen this, it's wow. Seriously, the Russo brothers, it's called The Electric State. And all right, listen, I'm not going to lie. Millie Bobby Brown's in it. I know it's going to be fun and interesting to watch. It's also got, the guy from the Jurassic World movies, and he played Star-Lord in the Galaxy of the Guardians movies. Look, I'm trying to sound like I'm not a nerd and I don't know his name.
Yeah, I get it.
I think of his name right now. It's eluding me.
It's a Chris, I think. I don't remember.
Yes, Chris something or other. But anyway, holy cow. So basically, it's that man has created robots to kind of serve us and entertain us. And at some point, the robots are like, screw this mess. We want to be your equals. And a war breaks out. And this takes place and tells you the story of what happened. And it is so beautifully done with so many rich characters, and the way they do the robots, it's not just schmaltzy. I mean, they do lean into the cuteness on occasion, but it's such a beautiful movie. I love this. Again, 1 out of 5. I'm going to give it 4 3/4 phantoms. That's how much I dug that movie.
Wow. High praise.
Yeah. It's called The Electric State. And it
I'd
stars
go with a
Millie
solid
Bobby.
4, but
Oh, you only gave it 4?
yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
Or did you just watch the trailer? Because that's kind of your thing.
Is it longer than 3 minutes? I don't think so.
It is. It is a 2-hour movie.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it's true. Brilliant movie. So you give it 4. Well, that's good. Did you have a chance to see it yet, Greg?
Yeah, it's like a Battlestar Galactica.
Absolutely nothing like that. Perfect.
Somebody text Lynn, get that coconut away from him.
Dude.
No, she should just hit him in the head with it again. That's always how it worked on Gilligan's Island.
Look, this is how you pick chicks up. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, for those of you
really
only
high.
listening, don't come watch the video.
Nope.
You will be dumber for having tuned in for that segment right there. Let's get to it. We've got another news story to share. And the question is, are we alone? A new theory says the universe might be packed with ETs. So here we are again, staring into the cosmos, asking that age-old question, are we really alone? Well, according to this brand new theory from researchers who've been peeking behind the cosmic curtain, the odds that intelligent life exists elsewhere in the universe just got a big boost. So let's rewind for a second. Talk about the Fermi paradox.
Let's talk about it.
It's not a drink. It's not a drink.
It should be though. Oh,
yeah, it's not a character
let's make
in
that
Star
drink.
Trek. It's not a character in Star Trek or Star Wars.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
It's not. It's the cosmic conundrum that basically says the universe is massive, full of planets, and life should be out there. So where is everybody? It's like showing up to a galactic block party and realizing no one's answered their door. But this new theory shakes things up. Instead of thinking intelligent life is some kind of cosmic lottery win, these researchers suggest it might actually be like a likely outcome if the right conditions are present. I don't think this is so brilliant or forward thinking now that I'm reading this out loud. Yeah. In other words, evolution could have a natural tendency to favor the rise of intelligence. Given enough time with a planet that plays nice, nature might just nudge life towards self-awareness, problem solving, and maybe even warp drive. Now, that doesn't mean every alien species out there is running around with a ray gun and secret agendas, but it does suggest the universe might be humming with minds curious, clever, and maybe even watching the stars just like we be.
What?
So why haven't we made contact yet? That's a good question, Sweetie. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Here's a few thoughts on that. They're just too far away. Our messages haven't reached them, or theirs haven't reached us. Another theory, they're way more advanced. We're not even on their radar. Well, it sounds most plausible. Or maybe they're just waiting for us to grow up a little bit. Fair point, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Either way, this new line of thinking gives us a little hope to the believers. It says we might not be such a cosmic fluke after all. The silence of the universe doesn't mean it's empty. It might just mean we're still early to the conversation. Like most humans, we just showed up at the party too early, like a half an hour before the party began, and the people running the party are they're still getting dressed, or like, party doesn't start for another 45 minutes. Greg's like, no problem. Can I go get a coconut out of your fridge?
If you're on time, you're late. So that's it.
Oof. All right. Somebody's got daddy issues.
What?
Yelling. That's what my dad always used to say.
Mine didn't. That's weird.
No, my daddy always used to say, somebody's got daddy issues. That's what he used to say. Yeah. Greg, hey, buddy. How about if we get another story from you, since we're on a roll here and only one of us has made it through a story without stumbling? Let's see if we can keep that motor moving now.
Hey, she did read that really well. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's the way you should read it, T.
Okay.
All right. So
Done.
Jets Malachi Corley shares
he's
UFO sightings in Florida. Malachi Corley. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way we say it in Texas.
Might be Malachi.
I took Spanish. I didn't take Amish.
Oh, okay.
Malachi.
Yeah, he looks Amish to me.
Yeah, well, you know. New York Jets wide receiver Malachi Corley, or Malachi if you want to go that way.
Wow.
Recently took to social media to share a puzzling experience. On the evening of March 25th, Corley posted, or Malachi posted videos on X, and this thing has a little bracket that says formerly Twitter. Do we need to keep doing that?
We do, because some people don't know what that means.
Wow. Okay. Capturing an unidentified object hovering in the Florida sky.
I don't think it's hoovering, Greg.
It's not.
The colonel said it is, so we're going to go with that. He's a colonel.
He described the object as remaining stationary for over 30 minutes before disappearing without a trace.
Wow.
Malachi wrote, say whatever you want. The object UFO, it's in those brackets too.
Those are called parentheses, but okay. With the big words.
Was legit, and I got a degree in English. It's weird. Was legitimately up in the sky for over 30 minutes. I watched it. I stopped watching it for 2 friggin' minutes and looked up, and it was gone. No trace. So the video sparked a flurry. That's a lot of reaction online. Some suggested that Malachi might have been observing the illuminated guitar-shaped Hard Rock Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, known for its prominent light displays. Yeah, this isn't the first time the Jets player has reported an unexplained aerial phenomenon. That's the UFO.
Right.
They didn't put that in the parentheses there.
Very nice. Look, you're learning.
Former Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers has...
That's how the... Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mr. Rogers has previously shared his own UFO sighting, adding an intriguing layer to the team's off-field narratives. Whether Malachi cited,
What?
No, if you're
Are
just
you
stuck
okay?
with what's written, it's what Corley. They keep referring to him as Corley. Numbnuts just keeps throwing out Malachi to butcher this poor fella's name.
Whether
mean.
Corley's sighting was a genuine unidentified flying object or a case of mistaken identity remains a topic of debate. Regardless, it has certainly added an unexpected twist to his off-season activities. Back to you, Dave.
That's not even the way you say his name. What's going on with you and names?
Yeah, how about you and words, sweetie?
Listen, I'm just drinking straight Jim Beam right now. I don't know what you're...
fresh coconut.
Let's do this. We have a man of class and tact who's going to join us in just a few moments.
Oh, no, I'm going to be embarrassed.
I'm hoping to clear the palate. So let's just take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Paranormal 60 news and some unbelievable news from Egypt right after this.
Oh, are you reading? Come in. Hello? Greetings from the Shadow, and welcome to Shadowzine. My name is Jeff Belanger. I'm an author, podcaster, and explorer of the unexplained. For 30 years, I've been investigating the paranormal, UFOs, monsters, and things that bump in the night. Lately, you may have noticed how major TV networks and even social media networks have been pushing our favorite subject back into the shadows. I say good. That's why I launched Shadowzine, a monthly underground publication that covers your favorite topics in depth by some of the leading writers and researchers out there. If you're looking for 30-second TikTok clips, go somewhere else. If you're ready for a deeper dive, put down your phone and pick up Shadowzine. You can't find it in stores. This is old school print. Head to shadowzine.com and be part of the underground revolution. That's shadowzine.com, and I'll see you in the shadow.
Are you feeling lost, stressed, wondering if Mercury is ruining your life again, or the universe is just ghosting you? Well, you're not alone. At Love and Lotus Tarot, I keep it real. No crystal balls, no woohoo, just honest, grounded guidance to help you navigate life's chaos. Whether you need clarity on love, career, or just anything that feels like a mess, I've got you. Visit lovelotustarot.com to book a reading, check out some of the new merch, and find the insight you've been searching for. Because let's be honest, therapy is expensive and my cards are way cooler anyways. So head on over to lovelotustarot.com now and let's figure out this thing called life together.
All right, we are back. Welcome to the program. This is the Paranormal 60 News, and let's class things up a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. We have got an adventurer, an investigator, a researcher, an author, all in one guy, and he's joining us to catch us up on the big news this week. Yeah, this is amazing. As a matter of fact, such big news, I'm putting him up at the top and making Greg go down to the bottom. Mike Ricksecker is here with us. Mike, there is some crazy stuff brewing in Egypt, and it's causing some controversy. I was watching what was going on. I was so excited. I saw your videos. Then I saw some people taking stabs at what's going on, and then you came out with another video, and I need you to share it with our audience here. Take us to the land of the golden sun. I don't know if that's what
I can do that, but listening to the conversation earlier, does anybody remember the Malachi Crunch from Happy Days?
Yes, that's all I could think of.
Yeah, that was in my head the whole time.
That's all I could think of.
Pinky Tuscadero and the Malachi Crunch.
Tuscadero, yes, absolutely.
Thanks for classing it up, Mike.
Of course.
Yes.
Always here to serve. Egypt. So for the past week, this is really a week and a half. It's taken the internet by firestorm here, where there's all these reports that have been coming out here of a underground city, for lack of a better term, that has been detected underneath the Giza Plateau, and they've gotten this off of SAR technology scans from the Capella satellites. And the traditional archaeologists were very, very quick to dismiss it, calling it fake news. However, you have real scientists that are working on this project. Most of them are Italian. It's a Italian and Scottish team of scientists. These are real scans, and they did hold a real press conference to reveal these scans. And in fact, they had a peer-reviewed published paper that came out a couple of years ago using this technology on the Great Pyramid of Giza. So, these are legitimate guys with a legitimate technology, but people just they don't want to believe it. And so there's been this big controversy, a lot of arguing over the internet, and it's been kind of a crazy week.
That's the way of the world right now. So let me understand. So the way they're describing it is that underneath the pyramids, there are these like pillars, not kind of like I'm showing you here on the screen.
Not like what you're showing me there, but
just to give you an idea that there's something going on.
Yeah,
and I
not a good idea.
Are these the same guys that claim that at the bottom of the Easter Island heads there's just toes under the ground deep down?
No, there's a whole different team. And what they have discovered, there you go. And this is their kind of computer rendering of the scans. And there are actually colorized scans where you can actually see these sorts of structures. And so it's 8 columns that have what appear to be some sort of spiral structure. Some people are saying spiral staircases that go down to these larger cube structures that are up to, and I know the number sounds kind of crazy, up to 2 kilometers under the ground. But this type of technology, people say, well, GPR can't go that far under the ground. Well, this isn't GPR. This is not ground penetrating radar. This is a different type of technology. So, and I'll be honest, I don't know specifically how the machinery works. That would be, contact Dr. Filippo Biondi. He's the expert on that. I'm not the scientist, they are, but they have, and these are guys that are very learned individuals. Their careers are on the line. And this is the information that they are unveiling, and there's more to come. One of the issues is that most of this was revealed in Italian. So they are in the process of getting the English versions online, so people like us can actually understand what's being said in the press.
Okay.
Well, not people like us, but like smarter people.
I don't know. Do you speak Italian?
No.
So my question here, Mike, then, city. This doesn't look like a city. It looks like pillars holding up part of Egypt.
This particular one does. They haven't yet revealed those scans that spread out across the entire plateau. Because they have widened this, but according to their documentation, this does spread out further from just the second pyramid to under the Great Pyramid, the Pyramid of Menkaure. And we do know that the entire Giza plateau is pockmarked with shafts and tunnels and all of these different things. So while these structures do sound a lot bigger than what we talked about before, it's not surprising for them to come out and say, there are more structures underneath the Giza plateau.
All right. With that said, when you talk about Egypt and you watch any documentary, one guy's name pops up all the time, right? How do you say it? Zahi Hawass?
Zahi Hawass, yeah.
And he was quick to come out, and this was a statement that he said. He goes, the statement by Zahi Hawass on the fake news of the Khafre Pyramid. I would like to make a statement regarding the news that was published all over the world by a group of amateurs. The news was under the Pyramid of Khafre at Giza. They found a platform topped with pillars. All this information, completely wrong, has absolutely no scientific basis. In addition, the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquity did not give permission to any individuals or institutions to work inside or outside the second pyramid. In addition, the claim that radar was used inside the pyramid is false. These people who announced this wrong information, they use techniques that are not approved nor validated. The details announced would never have been seen by using this technique, Zahi Hawass. How do we address that? I mean, this
so let's break all of that down. Let's start. You can keep it up there so I can kind of keep track of. Okay, so first and foremost, the term fake news. Again, real scientists, real scans, real press conference. So it's not fake news. Nobody was just making it up. Right. A group of amateurs. Again, these are scientists. The peoples with doctorates and all of that. So these are not amateurs that are releasing this information.
They may be amateur Egyptologists, which may
actually there is an Egyptologist on the team.
Okay, all right.
So Armando May is an Egyptologist. So there is one of those on the team. So, and they are using scientific equipment. It's the Capella satellite, which basically most any scientist can get access to. So when Zahi's talking about the radar technology inside the second pyramid, No, they were not inside the second pyramid. They were above it with the satellite. So they actually didn't really need permission because this is a satellite that's going around the world, and you're able to. I don't know what the process is for contacting them and getting access to the satellite, but they were able to do that and scan the plateau. So yeah, as far as the techniques that are not approved nor validated, I don't know if they really needed to get permission from the Egyptian Antiquities Authority for that, because they weren't actually doing the scanning in Egypt. It's not like they went to the Giza Plateau. This was all from space.
Now let's talk, because people are like, Dave, what does this have to do with the paranormal, Dave? Mummies, people, mummies.
That's
but
right.
More importantly, the underground city. Now, this is something that was long believed to be folklore and legend, right? This is the city of the undead or the dead.
Halls of Amenti. So the Halls of Amenti is basically where, when you're going through your afterlife journey, like after you have died, this is a place that you're basically, Anubis. The god Anubis is walking you through these different trials that you undertake. You're judged in front of the goddess Ma. She's the one with the scales, where she weighs your heart against a feather. So all of these sorts of different things are taking place. So yeah, traditional archaeology and historians have said this was, purely myth, but we have, over the course of time deduced that, well, there are grains of truth within the myth. So was this an actual physical place where they did these sorts of things? That we have religious traditions that people go through a initiation process, an ascension process, and all these different things. So
that's how you become a newscaster on this show, Mike.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of different religions have these sort of different processes. So was it an actual underground complex? I mean, maybe city's too big of a term to use. I mean, it might have been city sized in ancient times. You look at, like Derinkuyu out there in Turkey, we call it an underground city, but it'd probably be comparable to the size of this. Yeah, so it was an underground complex where they performed these things, and over time they ended up mythicizing it.
Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. This is all great. This is great news, Dave. Fascinating stuff. Unfortunately, I'll never get to go to Egypt because I don't know who I could trust. And since you went 2 years ago, Dave, and you're not going back to Egypt, there's absolutely nobody out there that can walk me through this and take me on such an adventure. Well, you're wrong, folks, because Mike Ricksecker has got the Stargates of Ancient Egypt 3rd annual tour taking place November 11th through the 23rd of 2025. So he's going to be there through my birthday. Another year he'll miss my birthday. That's okay.
I'm sorry, Dave. I really wanted to cut a slice of cake with you.
Have you been drinking with our team?
Yeah. Yes, I have, apparently.
Tell them a little bit about what they can expect to come on out, see the Stargates of Ancient Egypt with you, and who your special guest is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, you will not miss Thanksgiving. So there's that. We get back before Thanksgiving. But yeah, Mohammed Ibrahim is our guide out there. He's a fantastic Egyptologist. And the Stargates tour, we have a lot of special features with this. This particular one, we're making a special trip out to Fayum. There's the floating pyramid that's out there. There's also the Egyptian labyrinth, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, if we get of course, we go to the Giza Plateau. I don't think we're going to the Halls of Amenti, but we do get 2-hour special access, just our own group, into the Great Pyramid of Giza. The whole thing is opened up to us. We have the 4-day Nile cruise. We do, find the Stargates and all of that. So it's a really, really amazing tour. And we really make some amazing lifelong friendships on that tour as well.
Stargates of Ancient Egypt 3rd annual tour, November 11th through the 23rd. There is a link on today's program guide. Folks, I can tell you, having been there, I checked it off of my bucket list. I would like to go again in the future, maybe in a couple more years. It is, you can't even put words on it. It feels like words fail it. When you see the Great Pyramids, the Sphinx, you see these things for yourself. It's unbelievable. And then the access that you get when you go with Mike and his special tour guides, they get you into some of these places, and your group may be the only group that's in there at that time. And you get to be a part of real history. You get to be there, see these. It's not just on TV or on a giant movie screen. You're walking there. You're seeing it for yourself. And if you've been looking for the adventure of a lifetime, look no further. Sign up for this trip. Again, the link is on today's program guide, and you're going to have a great time. Make sure you give Mike a big hug for me on November 22nd and say, that's from Dave to you on his birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks a lot for stopping in and filling us in. I appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me tonight. You guys have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mike.
That's really cool.
It's so great talking. Oh, we didn't talk to him. Okay.
No, you didn't need to. He was, we were classing it up there. What a fascinating topic, right? All of these new finds are coming out, but man, what could this mean? What else is going on? I know when we were there in Egypt 2 years ago, and we got into King Tutankhamun, or Tutankhamun, I can't remember how they say it, but it's very fancy. We got into his crypt there, and the body is there displayed in glass. You get to see, and it's you go into all these other pyramids and they're massive, and art like you wouldn't believe. His is he died so quickly, they weren't prepared. They put him in this holding chamber kind of thing, and that's where he ended up. But when you look at the wall where they had the sarcophagus, there's a wall that they believe that behind one of those panels, there may be a whole nother set of chambers. And they've been, I think, debating about, do we punch a hole in this historic site to uncover more magic and more history, or do we retain this? So it's been a weird battle from my understanding of what they're going to do.
Yeah, of course it's a weird battle. Listen, you don't want to tear down stuff that's so old, but why don't they do the radar stuff that they did down there, but like not from space?
Well, I think they've been trying that. It doesn't always work properly with the way the buildings are set, but I will tell you, you talk about the magic of some of these locations, and some of it sounds all okay, sure, magic. When we were in the Great Pyramid with our leader, she had taken us in and said, let's meditate for a few minutes. If everybody could sit down on the ground, cross-legged. And I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. These old rusty knees haven't sat cross-legged in decades. And so I sat down, I crossed my legs, and I knew I'm not going to be able to stand up. We sat there meditating for 40, 45 minutes. And when they finally, the guardians said, okay, it's time to move on, I stood right up. My knees didn't hurt. My back didn't hurt. It was for the rest of the day. That was like, I can't explain it. I had no pain in any of my body, which is remarkable because I've destroyed my knees and back over the years. That was, I don't know what you call it. Was it just the meditation, or was it being in the pyramid?
Well, that's what everyone's saying for the longest time. The pyramids are so much energy and shifting of energy and making energy and all this stuff. I can fully see how that would affect your body in a completely great way.
Yeah.
To put it scientifically.
Thank you. That was great. Hey, breaking news. For those of you that are fans of the Holzer Files, Paranormal Mysteries will be a brand new TV series that will begin airing on Beacon TV this fall. And you tune in this coming Monday. Don't miss it. There's big news, something exciting going on with Dave, Cindy, and Shane from the Holzer Files. You're going to want to get in on it, and you're going to want to know about it. So tune in Monday. You'll be among the first to hear about it. So make sure you're here with us. All right, let's see. Should we, you know what? Let me do this. If you guys don't mind, let's absorb everything we've learned about Egypt. Let's allow it to marinate in our brains as it should. And let's just take a very quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Did you know that radio just got a little extraterrestrial? That's right, Dave Schrader is back on radio with the Paranormal 360 every Sunday evening, 7 to 9 p.m. Central on WCCO AM 830, an Odyssey station. Just download the Odyssey app and look for the WCCO logo, follow the station, and listen live. That's the Paranormal 360 on WCCO AM 830, an Odyssey station.
Hey, if you missed this last week's episode on the Paranormal 360, you missed a good one. Wow, what a crazy story, right? I mean, we went into the Smurl haunting, which is really an amazing tale of, you think Amityville was bonkers. The Smurl haunting might have it beat hands down. If you missed it, just go wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, look up Paranormal 360, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Please rate and review it. And listen to the episodes there. You'll find them. There's a year's worth of episodes that are up and available, and we get to talk about all the other fun things, all the stuff you don't hear on this program. All right, let's get back to it. What? Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, that means that I don't try to repeat the same guests with the same topic.
Oh, okay.
On the I might have Jeff Belanger on Paranormal 360 talking about mummies, and then on the Paranormal 60, he might be talking about daddies. So it's a totally different thing.
Oh, yeah, he does that.
Tressa, you've got a story to share with us.
You
Sorry,
called me by my name.
I didn't mean to refer to you by your God-given Christian name, Tressa B.
It
Sweatsalot.
feels weird. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Welcome to the cage. Aussie couple buys one of England's most haunted homes. So, what do you do when you're madly in love and madly into ghosts? You pack your bags, hop a few time zones, and buy a haunted medieval prison, of course. That's exactly what Aussie paranormal investigators Amy Wayne and Jared Cutting just did. The duo, known for their spine-tingling adventures on their site, Amy's Crypt, have officially moved into The Cage, a centuries-old house in the UK that's earned a reputation as one of the most haunted places in England. And trust us, this place comes with baggage. Located in the village of St. Osiph, The Cage was once a prison where 13 accused witches were held in the 1500s. 3 of them were executed, and it's also rumored to have housed plague victims and various other troubled souls over the years. So
Rupert?
yeah.
It was Rupert, you said?
Yep, that's what I said. So yeah, not your average fixer-upper. But here's where it gets wild.
Oh my God,
No one seems to last more than 4 years in this house. The previous owner, Vanessa Mitchell, lasted 3 and change before fleeing after experiencing what she claims were full-bodied apparitions, physical attacks, and some next-level ghostly activity. She even wrote a book about it called Spirits of the Cage. Now, most folks would see all that and say, hard pass. But not Amy and Jared. They said, let's do this. They snagged the property for less than £250,000, around 500,000 Australian dollars. I don't know. Asking price, probably because, well, demons. But they're all in. They plan to document everything and see if they can break the curse of short-lived ownership. So, will they last longer than 4 years, or will the Cage claim another set of ghost hunting hopefuls? Either way, we'll be watching from a safe distance, spectative.
I hope these kids are okay. They're a young, sweet couple. I have friends that know them and have spoken to them. But I don't know if you guys have been following what's going on in the world of paranormal property ownership.
Oh, not great.
Yeah, the Conjuring house, the lady that bought that had a very strange meltdown. They've now closed it. It can't be opened up as an attraction or a place to investigate anymore, especially not for money. There is some scuttlebutt going on about the Villisca Axe murder house, and longtime employee and kind of guardian of that location, Johnny Hauser, has been removed unceremoniously, and a lot of strange claims coming. Now, I don't know, allegedly a lot of strange claims coming from people that have dealt with the new owners. And I'm reading about that at some of the other locations too. And I just worry. Sometimes I want to dismiss that these places have an effect on the owners. And then there are other times I'm like, maybe there is something to this.
No, that's not paranormal. That's capitalism. That's all that is. That's gross.
Oh, blah, blah. Look at me. I'm all logical. It's definitely spiritual and demons. I don't know if you read,
I'm not saying it's not haunted. I'm saying the bad stuff is capitalism.
Yeah, that is probably true. Let's get it. Here's a really weird little tale. And you're both going to be thankful I didn't give it to you because it's in a faraway land with lots of big words. So let's go to it. Hide and Seek takes a paranormal twist in Lapburi. In a scene that sounds like it's straight out of a ghost story, a 12-year-old boy in Lapburi, Thailand, gave his family and friends quite the scare during a game of hide and seek. What started as innocent fun turned into a mysterious disappearance that has the local community buzzing about supernatural speculation. See, it happened on March 25th, talk about hot off the presses, in the Muang district of Lapburi. The boy, because I can't pronounce his full name, let's just call him Argo. Argo was playing hide and seek with his friends near his home. At around 11:45 a.m., he seemingly vanished without a trace. Family members Local leaders and police launched an extensive search, scouring nearby forests and hills for hours. Despite their efforts, there was no sign of Argo. Then at 3 p.m., just as worry reached its peak, Argo was found sitting quietly near his house. His friends, Jazz, 10, and Kang, age 9, discovered him in an area that had been thoroughly searched multiple times. He appeared disoriented, covered in dirt, and had an unsettlingly big word.
Yummy, yummy.
And had an unsettlingly he had a very unsettlingly calm demeanor. When questioned, Argo revealed a peculiar detail. During the game, he felt compelled to perform a traditional Thai dance, a dance his friends had never seen before and found unsettling. Despite their unease, Argo insisted he couldn't stop dancing. We've all been there. I think we've all been there.
Oh, yeah,
after the game resumed, he disappeared only to reappear hours later near the same spot. Now, this is where the plot thickens. With the area's eerie history, locals recall a tragic event from the previous year when a man murdered and buried his wife nearby. This, coupled with other unsettling tales, they really like that word, has led residents to believe in restless spirits haunting the vicinity. In the light of these events, the community plans to hold a merit-making ceremony on March 30th, the anniversary of the aforementioned tragedy. The hope is that by dedicating blessings to those wandering souls, peace will be restored to the area. Restored. Both of them. Why stop there? Just do it all. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, this incident in Lopburi adds another chapter to the age-old debate about the supernatural. Was it a child's vivid imagination, a mere coinkydink, or something beyond our understanding? One thing's for sure, the residents of that Thai village will be keeping a closer eye on their games of hide and seek and on their coconut drinks that are sent out to Greg Lawson.
Oh.
Hey, Alonzo has a really good idea. Ghost Ballers, Thailand.
I don't think that's a great idea.
What? That sounds dirty. What is that? What in relation to what? Ghost Ballers what? Is that the name of the team for their local baseball team?
Show. Ghost Ballers.
Sure. Okay, why not? I'm all for that. Let's do it. Greg, you've got a story. It's an entertainment story. Let's see if we can make it entertaining.
Oh, hey.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go there. Hey, it starts off with Seth Gillum. Very
That's good.
Pretty entertaining. Yeah. Sonia O'Hara to star in paranormal thriller titled Stakeout. What do you think?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like it?
It's called Stakeout.
I do.
All right.
Yeah, you'll understand why soon.
In an exciting development for horror enthusiasts, that's horror enthusiasts.
Oh.
The Walking Dead Seth Gillum and Emmy-nominated actress Sonia O'Hare are set to headline the upcoming paranormal crime thriller Stakeout. Directed by Micah Khan, I guess it's Shaka Micah
Is
Khan.
Hold on. Does Stakeout end with an exclamation point?
No, just you'll see.
Okay.
Directed by Shaka Khan. Micah
Khan. Yeah.
The film delves into a world where detectives pursue a brutal serial killer amongst a concealed vampire epidemic.
Get it? Stakeout. Vampires.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Originally conceived as a short film, Stakeout has garnered significant attention, leading to plans for a feature length. Feature length? I'm sorry, son. Plans for a feature length adaptation.
Is it a length or is it a length? Okay.
With Gillum and O'Hara reprising their roles. Reprising.
Mm-hmm.
The narrative. What?
Or is it reprising?
It don't, let it
serve
go.
as the foundation for a series of films exploring this dark, crime-ridden universe. Director Micah Khan, right? Micah Khan, shared his vision.
Sure.
Yeah. Everything under the sun has already been told before. Really? Has it?
Yeah, it has.
Oh, I can tell you a story. I can tell you a story.
It'll be something that's already been told, but you might be able to tell it differently.
I will clear the room with it. So he says, I want to go into the shadows to unfold new tales. Although we're playing with monsters in a familiar genre, under the hood, we're dealing with quiet secrets that ail all of us in the real world. Production for the full-length Stakeout is anticipated to commence later this year. Fans of the supernatural thriller can look forward to a fresh take on the genre, blending crime drama with vampiric lore.
Look at this. Sweetie, this is how short that story was supposed to be. That is, Greg took a 90-second read and turned it into Moby Dick.
And that's why we love him.
We're going to call him Ishmael from now on.
The coconut is strong.
I don't.
That's our new nickname for you too, the coconut.
All right. They call my prow. My prow.
Sweet Tea, you've got another chilling tale, kind of following down that vampiric lore. What have we got?
And listen, I gotta thank you for giving me a story with words from India in it for my last story after I've been drinking.
You've been drinking
here we go.
candy water.
Yeah, which means it's just sugar and booze. Hey, shut up, because you know what? Mysterious midnight visitor startles Gwalior residents. In the historic city of Gwalior, India, a series of eerie nighttime disturbances have left residents both puzzled and alarmed. CCTV footage from the Raja Mandi and Sona Garden areas captures a veiled woman approaching homes in the dead of night, ringing doorbells and then seemingly vanishing without a trace.
In the dead of night. I love bites. Love bites.
Animals in the vicinity, particularly stray dogs and cattle, exhibit unusual behavior during these incidents, often fleeing or reacting aggressively as the woman approaches. This has led locals to speculate about supernatural influences, with some turning to prayers and rituals to ward off potential malevolent spirits. Local authorities have acknowledged the company's or even the community's concerns, but note that no formal complaints have been filed. Nonetheless, police have increased nighttime patrols in the affected neighborhoods to ensure residents' safety and to gather more information about the mysterious visitor. This unsettling phenomenon has sparked widespread discussion, both locally and online, as the community seeks answers to the identity and motives of the enigmatic nocturnal caller. Back to you, Dave.
You said it was what kind of unsettling what?
I don't. You want me to go read the whole game?
No, it's the last. It's the last paragraph. The unsettling what?
Phenomenon.
That's right. It's been a while. I felt like we should shake off the dust on that, baby. So I have a question for you, my lovely co-anchors. So,
Greg,
suddenly your doorbell thing. I don't have one. On the bing bong, and then a picture on your phone shows up, and you see just this. You see this outside your door.
Well, that's how.
And then she skitters across the street and rings other doorbells, playing like ethereal ding dong ditch. And then as she's approaching the CCTV, she does one of these.
She turns into paper.
I was trying to make myself disappear. Of course, the one time I want it to work. There we go.
Oh,
boom.
there you go. There you go.
There she is. Ding dong. Ditch. I said ditch, by the way. Would you, if you're watching your CCTV and you see her skittering around ringing doorbells, would you honestly answer the door?
No.
Sweet Tea.
No, I would not answer the door, but I would be like, I just watched you do that to all the other houses. Hilarious. Good job, ma'am.
Yeah. Steve Jones says, not door. Damn you, autocorrect. Damn you. I don't know what that means. Apparently I missed part of
I'm
this
glad
deal.
you put that up.
Me too. I'm so Yeah. Would you answer the door, Greg? I know you're a big rough and tumble former military, former cop, but you kind of got out of that so that you didn't have to keep saying, I'm too old for this shit. You wanted to make it through. Would you answer the door if Spooky McSpookerton is ding dong ditching you?
That's the whole point, right? I'm gonna if I ever see a ghost, I'm tackling it. I'm gonna take it to the ground and I'm gonna hang on to it. Yeah.
Hang on. I don't know. Can you do
everybody
that?
keeps running away from him. It's like, man, grab that dude.
I mean, I don't listen, I don't want to run away, but I don't think it has
You just said you were gonna
physical.
run away. You just said it.
No, I said I wasn't going to answer the door. I don't answer the door for anybody, not even DoorDash. But I'm not going to tackle it because I think it's all energy if it's a ghost. I think this is just a lady being real funny.
But she vanished on camera.
I'm going to.
Have you seen a DoorDash camera? It's not great.
They're not
exactly.
Look at
exactly.
I'm there and I'm not there.
Did I say DoorDash camera?
You did say DoorDash camera. Yeesh. What are they called? What are they?
Rings. I've got a blink.
Okay. All right. So listen, we are near the end here. And I love when I uncover a new story with a weird twist and an angle to it I had not heard before. Now, we just heard from Mike Ricksecker talking about the mysteries of Egypt and the strange things that are being found under the plateau of Giza, right?
Yeah.
How many of you can raise your hand and say you've seen the Mona Lisa? It's all right.
Sorry, I'm poor. What?
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
I thought it was 1%, whatever.
Priorities.
Priorities. Yeah, I just made it a priority to see the Mona Lisa.
Oh, to make money and not starve to death? Okay, great. Good for you.
I didn't paint the Mona Lisa, and nor did I sell it.
But you've seen it.
Hey, drink more of that
Good
diarrhea.
For you.
Yeah, chug that stuff.
Somebody is abusive tonight, Craig.
What is her problem, man?
It's coming back. Yeah, anyway.
What's going on?
Nothing. We lost connection there for a second.
Oh,
but check this out. Here's an interesting bit. Dave, but why the Mona Lisa? What the hell does this have to do with paranormal? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to put up a dumb graphic, but just bear with me on this.
Look at that.
We've all seen that smile, that sly, knowing curve of the lips. The Mona Lisa has puzzled art lovers, historians, and conspiracy theorists for centuries. But did you know that in the 19th century, one well-respected critic actually compared her to a vampire? Enter Walter Pater.
Boom, Walter, man.
Yeah, Walter Pater. He's a renowned art critic and a philosopher who in the late 1800s wrote, "She is older than the rocks among which she sits. Like the vampire, she has been dead many times and learned the secrets of the grave." Now that's a hell of a review. I don't care who you are. Wow.
What did he say? I wasn't listening.
Yeah, Pater wasn't being literal, or was he? Now his words have echoed across generations, transforming the way some people view the painting. To many, she's no longer just a portrait. She's a mystery wrapped in velvet, a relic of something older and darker than we can comprehend. And that stare, it doesn't just follow you. It sees through you. And some theorists believe the painting's power isn't just in its brushstrokes, but in its subject, who she was or what she was. Her identity has never fully been confirmed. She was Lisa Gherardini, a Florentine noblewoman, perhaps, or someone or something else entirely. Now, add to that the countless legends surrounding the Mona Lisa. Some claim the painting carries an unsettling, again, supernatural energy, causing unease or even illness in prolonged views. Others suggest Leonardo da Vinci embedded coded messages into the artwork, hinting at a secret society or arcane knowledge. And then there are those who believe Mona Lisa wasn't a mortal at all, but an immortal being who was watched through humanity for untold centuries. An ageless woman, a timeless smile, a gaze that feels like it remembers everything. So whether she's a vampire, a ghost, or just a very well painted Florentine, one thing's for sure, the Mona Lisa still holds her secrets, and she's not sharing them anytime soon.
Wow. I like that last part.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating. I love uncovering a new element to a famous story.
Yeah. Did we talk about this when we were in France?
Yeah, we did.
Did you record it and play it for the public? Because
No,
otherwise, let the man talk.
We spoke in fluent French, so
Yeah.
I don't
you
believe
will
that for a
understand.
second.
Nobody didn't understand it.
No, we're not good at French either, so we could butcher every
No.
language equally. We're an equal opportunity destroyer of the word.
Oh, good
That's it
job.
for this week. That's it for this week.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in, spending a little time with us here. Another week come and gone. The lights have vanished. The veiled figure ringing
Wow.
doorbells is gone, and the boy is home, but he's different now.
Okay.
It's weird.
And Mona Lisa, she's still smiling. Tonight, we witness strange phenomena, ancient secrets, and stories that have revealed themselves through the cracks of time, altering reality. But what if they aren't stories? What if they're warnings? What if the world we think we know is just a shadow of something deeper, older, and far more unsettling? Yeah, I used it again. Thanks again to Mike Ricksecker for pulling back the sands of time for us, and to all of you for walking that razor's edge with us between wonder and fear. The unknown doesn't sleep, neither do we, but we sure do drink a whole lot. So may the darkness of this world be just a little brighter with the information, fun, and sense of family that we share here. I'm Dave Schrader, and this is our Paranormal 60 News.
Wednesday night and I'm alone. The Paranormal 60's on. It's just for paranormal freaks like me, with poltergeists and ghosts and blues and UAPs. You miss a word, you do a shot. It starts to snowball and we laugh a lot. It's just like drinking with your TV friends. I'll be passed out before tonight's show ends. Dreaming the aliens are taking me away. I'll go wake up to sometime late on Saturday. It's Wednesday night and I'm alone. The Paranormal 60's on. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Sweet tea, Hachi and the Colonel and the Paranormal Detective. All we traders copy and they all will be directed. He's got protective bracelets and some crazy magic tricks. Even Scully cannot save him from the voice of Stevie Nicks. Schrader's on. Schrader's on. Wednesday night, don't be alone. The Paranormal 60's on. Now one day Dave might even put me on a show. There's a ghost in my mom's basement, man, I live down there, I know. It's Wednesday night, don't be alone. The Paranormal 60's on. Schrader's on. Words is hard.
Hey, folks, before you go away, remember this weekend is the big event at the Palmer House in Sauk Center, Minnesota. I'm going to be there along with mediums Sarah Lemos and Scotty Davis for a weekend of paranormal investigations, opportunities to learn your skills in the paranormal world, open up new third eyes. Like a fourth or fifth eye, I don't know, but we'll help you figure it out. And there will be another special guest in attendance. No, not Kevin Swanson, another special guest on Saturday. And for all attending, you get a sneak peek at a brand new project your old pal Dave has been working on. There are only a handful of tickets that still remain. So if you'd like to come spend the weekend with me at the Palmer House in Sauk Center, Minnesota, go get your tickets now at darknessevents.com. That's darknessevents.com.